Hello from the B-Zone Sanctuary at the foothills of the Sangre de Cristo Mountains in Taos, New Mexico. I say hello. Please follow www.bzone.com. It is my husband's website. You'll find all my videos there under bzone.com/Liisa, L-I-I-S-A. My mother was Finnish, and that's why I have two I's in my name, the land of vowels. Today would have been Ram Dass's 89th birthday. So happy birthday, Ram Dass, wherever you are. Thank you for being my teacher, my guide, the person in my life that was so magnificent in acknowledging, loving, mirroring, helping, serving myself and so many others, the multitudes of people. And from that time period, so many sparks were lit, so many sparks and light lit the muses of so many people. From the Prison Ashram Project, which is now the Loving Kindness Foundation, to the Seva Foundation and Sight for Life, for all the meditation prison projects that are happening today, for so many hospice programs that are happening, all were from the sparks that were lit at that time period in the 70s. I want to acknowledge that. I also want to acknowledge some of the kirtan people, or the people that sang and made the great music that opened our hearts and really was the deep basis of Bhakti Yoga, a heart opening yoga in this country. I mentioned Jai and Krishnadas yesterday, but I also want to mention the tabla player Gangadhar. And I want to mention so many of the women, the late Bhavani, the late Christine Tiernan, our Lakshmi, Uma Reed, Diana Rogers, Sharada Devi, Mirabai, Tara Goldman, Janaki Rathaud. All of them were part of those records that were made. Love Serve Remember, the record that was the LP, the long time plan, the record that was in the box, Be Here Now. And since today is Ram Dass's birthday, I thought it would be great to start at the beginning. I mentioned in one of my videos that I was the girl in the pink shorts and the Papagallo pink shoes with the striped Lacoste shirt, coming to meet Ram Dass for the first time in the class, looking like I had walked out of the LL Bean store in Maine when everybody else looked, they had just walked out of the Woodstock concert. But that's where it all began, and you know, I was a young person of 22 or 23 years old, and now at 68, here we are, honoring Ram Dass. And I know so many of you have felt what I have from Ram Dass, his wonderful power of making you feel important and special. So I honor him and his specialness today. And I would like to start with where it all began. In June 1975, at the Hanuman Foundation in New York City, where Ram Dass had a Tuesday night class. And at that time, there were several communal houses around Queens and New York City and Brooklyn, and I happened to live in Queens 5. We had class on Tuesday night. And as the class started, Ram Dass kind of laid out a format. Every time that we would first meet, there would be meditation. There'd be talking about what's happening in the world, or what's happening with us. There would be questions and answers. And then he would teach things. And he started by talking about his teacher, that was assigned to him by Maharaji to teach Ram Dass yoga. And when I say the word yoga, I'm not talking about the yoga that people call yoga today, which is just the postures, or asana. Yoga encompasses so much more. So we learned what Ram Dass had been taught. We were asked to fast. We were taught a sadhana, or a spiritual way, or a spiritual discipline, or a practice. We were asked to keep silence 1 day a week. We were asked to fast 1 day a week. We were asked to keep a daily spiritual journey. We were asked to do spiritual reading. We were asked to, of course, to do meditation. And we were also asked to do postures and asanas, as they're called, and also be a vegetarian, and be brahmachari, or what is celibate. All of this was a part of the program, and I would say most of us took it on 100% as a discipline. Anyway, we would meet with him every Tuesday night, and there would be a meditation. And at the beginning, it was just a simple meditation. But then he would get into teaching different types of meditation. Vipassana meditation, or following the breath, which is insight meditation, which now it's the same as you can hear mindfulness-based stress reduction. All the spark from that time period. And he would teach mantra, so that we would chant different kinds of mantra, Sanskrit mantra and Tibetan mantra, and sayings even in English. That was all a part of it. And there would be visualization meditations and Zen meditations. And he was teaching all the things that he had learned. He was teaching us. And during the class, we would start a meditation, and he would then say, call someone by name and say, what's happening? And you could say, you know, some people would have colors or movements behind their eyes and different mandalas appearing. Other people would be angry or happy or very sad. And he would ask, what's going on? What are you feeling? What are you feeling in your body? And it was a great way to not only get in touch with all these new words that we were learning. Some people had more experience than others, but I would say the majority of us, everything was new. Sadhana, bhakti yoga, hatha yoga, mantra, Sanskrit. Many, many things were brand new for us. But most people were so hungry. We felt like we had found a very special teaching. And when I look back on it, it was a special teaching. Ram Dass never charged money. He would ask us to put a little donation in the donation box at the door when we left. And a lot of people, I remember one Tuesday night, Ram Dass said, "Are you kidding me? Nobody left any money in the box last week. What are you, all so cheap?" And he said, "I only used that money to pay for the telephone bill," because you had a telephone bill then, landlines. And so after that, I would say most people put $1 in the donation box. And there were probably 25 to 30 people in the class, maybe less. I will publish a small picture to go along with a lot of these videos, just to give a little bit of a reference, because it's nice to see the pictures. It was a special time, and Ram Dass shared every bit of himself with us. He tried to help in every way. And what he would do is every so many weeks, we would meet with him one-on-one so that he could ask you personally what was going on and if he could be of any service to you. And when I look back on all the things that came out of that time period, those sparks of light that he was igniting in people and shedding light on each person's muse, how many people went on to write books, how many people went on to become spiritual teachers, or teachers in their own right in different ways, but really in a more heart-opening way, I would say. So many books came out of that time period. And it was such an honor to be a part of that class. I'm so thrilled about it. It started in 75 and it ended in probably about June 76. And then Ram Dass decided to go to India, so I said, I have to go to India too. And I did go to India, and when I look back on it, it was just a year after I had read Be Here Now. So a lot of things took place. And I do want to say yesterday when I was talking about the Be Here Now box, and when I talked about when I read Be Here Now the book, that I was on Singing Beach in Manchester, New Hampshire. Well, it's Singing Beach in Manchester, Massachusetts, which was a very small town, very close to my hometown, Gloucester, Massachusetts. So, and on that note, I just want to close this video to say the beginning of it all for me and for many people started in that Ram Dass class at 276 Riverside Drive in New York City. And now at me at 68 and other people younger, some older, I would have to say the majority of us are still involved in some type of spiritual practice. And I thank Ram Dass for that. And I thank all of you for watching. This is video number 4, and there will be 7 videos in total. I appreciate anything you want to comment or say or question. I will surely answer you. And thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And see you on the next video.